Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2024 BMW M4 Competition. This model's finished off in skyscraper gray metallic, and their MSRP start right around $89,000. So we have a very performance oriented and practical sports car, where we'll start underneath the hood, where this is powered by the 3-liter twin power turbo inline 6. This is paired to an 8-speed M Steptronic automatic transmission, pumping up to 523 horsepower, 479 pound-feet of torque. Now that power is sent through the xDrive all-wheel drive system, propelling this 3,900-pound sports car from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. It has a top speed of 180 miles an hour as well. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, there's not too many changes for this 24-year model. However, for the headlight housings, this now has the vertical LED lighting. There's also all of the LEDs, of course, and then the adaptive laser light technology, which are those blue accents. There's the forward-facing camera, massive kidney grille with all of these sensors, and then plenty of cutouts in both sides, as well as the end caps there to provide more cooling. There's also gloss black for the end of the bumper there, and then some really nice lines integrated into that hood to blend in nicely with that grille. Now this model also has a staggered setup for these wheels. They're 19 by 9.5 up front, 20 by 10.5 in the rear. This has the M compound brakes too. And then there's more gloss black in that lower side skirt, which matches nicely with the end of the bumper. M4 comp badge is also on the side. And then there's the power folding side mirrors with the camera and the turn signal. Now all of the competition models come with the carbon fiber roof. And then there's more gloss black surrounding the entire window trim. I think it has a great side design to it. This is a 4-seater, so it's a little bit stretched for that room for your backseat passengers, as you'll see. And then there's a small gloss black spoiler on the trunk lid, backup camera with LED lighting, and then more gloss black in that diffuser with all of the parking sensors. Now you can also remote start this, so just triple tap on that lock button. And then you can triple tap on that button again to shut it off if you need to. Now this does have a power trunk, so you can use the key fob or the button underneath. And even though this is a 4-seater, it's a 2-doored, you still have plenty of cargo space. You can also fold down these back seats if you need a little bit more practicality. No storage or anything underneath the floor, but it's a pretty decent size for this vehicle. And then you can also close and unlock it with the buttons on that power trunk. And then just walk up to the vehicle, the door handles will unlock it. This has a very nice door panel. There's memory seating controls, all of your window adjustments, even brushed aluminum, Harman Kardon for the audio, interior ambient lighting, and then storage in that lower section. And then take a look at these two-tone seats. There's also Alcantara on them. They are automatic seats with the one manual adjustment. Very nice bolstering support for this sporty style seat. And then the seat is also going to work its way forwards once you move that backrest, allowing me at 5'10" to hop into the back, where it's actually pretty comfortable. You have climate vents, a little bit of storage, an armrest too. And then you can even fold down this middle seat if you like an armrest, or you just need to grab some items, or you have some longer items to put through. And my head is basically touching the headliner, so I don't have to really slouch too much, but it is comfortable to ride around town or go for a short trip if I needed to be in the back. And then as far as getting into the front seats, it's pretty easy, as you would expect. So we have the M Sport steering wheel, finished off in solid leather. There's carbon fiber accents, it is heated, cruise control settings, there's volume tuning, Bluetooth and voice commands, massive carbon fiber paddle shifters, and then M1 and M2. Well, let's start this back up, where we can go over the gauge cluster. So new for the 24-year model, we have that large curved screen with your gauge cluster and your infotainment system. For the current setting right now, miles per hour and fuels on the left side. Right side, there's the tach, engine temperature, and what gear you are in. You can use this button right here to further go through all of this content. So depending on what you need to see for the day, you can quickly pull that up and monitor all of this information, including a lap timer, and then you have a blank screen. And you can also go over to the head-up display, where there's 3 different settings with your directional or your reduced and standard view. You can, however, change the gauge cluster by going to M mode, and you can go into Sport, where it will change for a little bit more sporty. You have your what gear you're in right in the middle, along with your tack and the vitals that are important to see. It will also pull up with a massive tack for the head-up display. And then on the left side, there's a little bit of storage along with your headlight adjustments, more of that lighting. And then with the infotainment system, you can go to all of these apps here where you can even get to your M drift analyzer. So with the M4, you can have this default to rear wheel drive, and you can drift and keep stats of your drifting in this car, which is pretty interesting to see. But you also have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, seat comforts, everything that you'd like to go through to make this a comfortable vehicle to drive. On the home screen, you also have a lot of widgets that you can go through. You can even add some too. And then you also have all of these shortcuts for your phone, navigation, and your music. For the climate menu, this is how you can get into the heated and ventilated seats, along with your climate adjustments, and temperature adjustments are also down at the bottom. Now there's more carbon fiber and brushed aluminum, air vents in the middle, power and volume and tuning, along with some defrosters. Underneath this carbon fiber tray, there's 2 cup holders, auxiliaries, and wireless charging located in the back. Now you don't have to use that as a touchscreen system, so you do have all of these shortcuts that you can go through with the rotary dial to make it much easier to use. For the shifter, we'll put it into reverse, where this has the 360, so you can go through all of these different angles to really see what's around the entire vehicle. You can also go into drive, and then you can shift using the shifter or the paddle shifters, of course. And then on the back side, there's park and the adjustments to control the transmission and how quickly or slowly you want it to shift. Now, on this left side, there's traction control, even a shortcut to the forward-facing camera, so you can pull that up. There's parking sensors, engine start stop, M mode, which I showed earlier, and then the setup button to get into M1 and M2. So this is how you can go through and configure everything from efficiency all the way up to Sport Plus, depending on the driving that you want to do. Auto hold and the e-brake are also behind that. Then there's the armrest and the glove box with plenty of storage. Garage door buttons are up top, and then dome lights are right in the middle there. And then as far as visibility goes, look at how much glass there is over that right side. And then over the left, you can even see it pretty much out of that entire window there. So you really don't have any blind spots for this car. And with it still in Sport Plus second gear, here we go. It's neat that there's a small shift light that will appear just above both sides of that tack. And then we can also put it into sport mode, so that way you can see your gear too on the head-up display along with your RPM. So this is what it is like to be behind the wheel for the new M4. And I love how this drives. I think this is a vehicle that will be on my list just because of how fun it is to drive. I think I would go with the manual, but you can't argue with how quick and how raw feeling this car feels, even with this automatic transmission. With being able to set it up, it really is a different style vehicle to drive with the performance that it has. So you can't go wrong with either transmission. They are just lightning quick with this. I love the steering wheel too. It's not too large. I do wish it had a little bit more grip. I mean, these are pretty bulky right here for your thumbs there, but it would be nice to maybe see a little bit different of a design, possibly. It feels a little large, but aside from that, I like the position of everything and how it feels while you are driving this. But it is so nice. Suspension is comfortable even in the Sport Plus mode, and it's not all that loud. You can hear that exhaust when you get on it, but it's not overly loud for this style vehicle. But I am glad to see that it does make a difference when you have it on versus off. So that's definitely nice. And of course you can put on aftermarket exhaust if you really wanted to. But super awesome sports car from BMW with everything that it has to offer. You are getting a lot for your money with this M4. And that is going to wrap it up for today's review on the 2024 BMW M4 Comp. Once again, huge shout out to 704 Exotics for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description. Give the video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.